Now there will be several times throughout this video you might maybe somewhere else. It's like vlogging without really moving around a whole lot. Okay, it's more of a chat, and I'm gonna chat as much as I can while I'm right here, and then chat more when I get home or next destination, whatever. So let's just say that when dealing with life and trying to balance being the person you always dreamed to be, you always aspired to be, when trying to balance that with current situations the way that they were, it's just a hard thing. It's a hard thing. It's hard to still have the hope. It's hard to still stay focused. It's hard to even know if you're going in the right direction. It's hard. It really is hard. Don't mind the scarf. That is a whole nother video. Don't worry about what's going on up under here. Y'all probably not even worried to be. Look, anyway, let me get to the real haps of what's going on in my life now. So it is now May, and I don't even know where to begin. Maybe I should have seen where I left off at that video. Well, I know when I did that video. So since I know when I did that video, I can pretty much tell where I'm at. After that video, let's start there. I went back to Maryland, left Myrtle Beach, found out on my way back is when, after I had that moment with the Lord, and I talked about it, and the feeling that I was feeling, and all the good emotions and stuff, man, did life start changing. Did things start happening things started happening immediately. When I left from that beautiful, beautiful place, it was very beautiful. When I left out of that state, I knew the truth of several people. It was blatant in my face. I had been praying about it, and God had shown me some things, and it was like, whoa, and I was like, oh, well, Lord, is that really you? Because when dealing with other people of God and other people who are in certain positions within ministry, you want to be careful. And even the word says, scripture says, for you to be careful what you say. And not just for people in certain levels of ministry. God's people, period. Your tongue, watch it. So I didn't want to believe, what I was discerning, because it was not righteous. It was not, what you would call godly, what I was discerning. And I'm like, no, that can't be what I'm getting from these folks. That can't be that. It was what it was. Got back up to Maryland, and then I started seeing different sides of friends. I see now why my grandfather used to tell me, stop saying people are your friends. They are your acquaintances, because the ones that you call your friends are the ones who are going to let you down. And if that man was not right, rest in peace. If he was not right, man, I went back, and I had fewer friends than when I left, and even fewer now. It's just been a doozy, y'all. It's been a doozy. But I'm in a better space now, in a better place, working on some new things, some new ideas, a new way of living, just new. Everything, old things have passed away. Everything has become new. So there's a lot of new. And I don't think I'm going to be able to throw all the new on here, all the, y'all, maybe I should do a video and just tell my story. Maybe that's what I need to do, is just tell my story, starting from October 5th, 2020, when let's go back to the first video I recorded, which was in July of 2019. That video that I recorded, and I uploaded it. I uploaded all the videos last year. It wasn't until summer of 2022. But that video that I had recorded, 2 weeks after that is when my life changed. Life begun its change. And it begun its, for me, downward spiral. It begun. And I think that I will do a video telling my story. I think I will. But let me just say this. No matter how bad things get, no matter how long it seems like you might be in the midst of that thing, hold on. If you trust God, hold on. He is not gonna leave you stranded. He is not. Even when you think, Lord, I am stranded. Look, where are you? Where you at? I'm not feeling you. I ain't sensing you. I ain't seeing you. I'm not hearing you. What's going on? What was going on was that he had told me to be still and know that he was God, to be patient, to wait on him. And I am a very impatient person. Well, I have more patience now. He's taught me more patience now than I've had in my past, but I'm still not the most patient. You know what I'm saying? I'm still it's crazy. Not the most punctual and not the most patient on waiting on others. Ain't that some Anyway, so he came through when I thought when I thought that he had left me where I was at, and I started beating myself up. This is because I did this, God, I did something. And no, it was not that at all. It was what I did. Because what I did was put him in control. What I did was say, grip this wheel, Lord. Take my life where it needs to go. Put me where I need to be. You're around the people I need to be around. Amongst the people I need to be amongst. And that's what he did. He could have did it with some chapstick. Anyway, so that's what he did. He pruned my life and is still pruning my life, because sometimes in the wintertime when the leaves are coming off the trees, you might have them couple of stragglers, last little leaves that just want to stay holding on to that branch, holding on. That's what I was doing. I was that tree trying to hold a couple of the leaves I had left, because I'm like, I'm gonna be barren. What is going on? So but I would say that God will come through. He will come through. He will come through. That is how I made it through. That is how, with all that is going on, and I am going to sit down and tell my story. It's going to hurt. And because I'm a visual person. I always tell people the only best way I can explain it, I think in pictures. So I think in movies. So there are times when things will play before me like a movie. Like my thoughts, as you're talking to me, I'm visualizing everything that you're saying. So that's why sometimes I be telling people, don't tell me too much. Stop. Don't tell me that part. Because I don't want to see that. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see it. So, man, I just knew that where my life was at that time, because I think I just got off track, forgot where I was at, because I just flew into something else. But God is good. That is how I got to where I am. That is how I've gotten to this point, is trusting God. There is no easy answer. It was not an easy process. I said, God, I need you. I can't do it without you. And you all I got, because everybody else done rolled out. No, people aren't answering my phone calls. People aren't coming to my rescue. I can't even come to my Lord. I need you. And that's how I made it through. That is how, with all the death that I have suffered, with eviction and homelessness, for those who didn't know, I was homeless. Okay, through all of that, God, I still smile. Nobody knew what I was going through because I didn't smell. You couldn't smell the smoke on my clothes. They weren't singed or anything. I knew what I was going through. I felt like I looked like what I was going through, but to other people I didn't. You know what I mean? But let me tell you, stay connected to the Lord if you're connected to the Lord. If you're not, get connected with the Lord. If you feel like you could do this life on your own and that you can handle it, all right, with more power to you. You know, I hope, I pray it all works out for you. You know what I mean? But I know that when I tried to do it on my own, it didn't work. When I tried to depend on others, definitely did not work. All I could depend on was the Lord. That's all I could depend on. I couldn't call nobody with my problems because they would go into talking about theirs, and then it's like my problems never even existed. Next thing I know, I am encouraging them and they are discouraging me because they pretty much, my problems didn't matter to a lot of people, and your problems won't matter to a lot of people because it matters to you because it's yours and it's what you are going through. But be mindful of when you tell people that I'm there for you. Be mindful when you tell people anything you need, I got you. Be mindful when you tell people anytime you need to talk, you need to vent, call me. Be mindful of that, because if you cannot keep that word, woe unto you, because it's going to be, and it's going to feel bad even when the people don't keep that word, when they don't keep that word to you. Yo, I had folks who did not keep words to me. I have folks that still owe me. I have folks that don't know where I am in life right now and ain't even checking to find out. I've had people call me and dump their problems on me, say how I'm doing, and because I've discerned the spirit that they ain't really asking me how I'm doing. They don't really care. I'll be like, well, I'm doing good because I am. I'm above ground. I'm breathing. God has woke me up, which means he still needs me. I still got a purpose. So I'm doing good. And then they will go into all of their stuff. And then next thing you know, we getting off the phone. And these same people never knew that I'm homeless. Don't even know I'm living out of a hotel. Don't know that I used all my money that I made that day to pay for the hotel, and now I don't have food. Like, ain't asked me none of that. I've had people call me while they're on their way to having meals and breaking bread with others, and I'm sitting there like, wow, I wish I could have somebody break some bread with me. But I thank God for the ones who did stick through. I thank God for the ones who did check on me, even when I didn't feel worthy of being checked on, because I started beating myself up. You know, just, y'all, those are my ride and dies. Those are the ones that are stuck in my heart. Those are the ones who have edified my life. Those are the ones who have motivated me and encouraged me to keep going. You know what I mean? Those are the ones, because they know my story. They've rocked this thing out with me. They've rode the train. Like, they like, hey, I know what you've been through. They are witnesses to my story. You know what I mean? I love them. I love every one of y'all, every one of you who rocked it out, who rode this ride with me. Like, yeah, because it wasn't pretty. It wasn't nice. And the people who know me know that I keep stuff bottled in. So when I do begin to talk about it, that means that it has gotten to a point of overwhelming me. It has gotten to a point of now I'm starting to self-destruct. And there was people who knew me for decades, for years, who didn't even recognize what was happening. Didn't care. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Didn't care. And it's okay, because their life was lifing. Their life was doing what it was doing. They were living their whatever it is they had going on. They were enjoying their daggone selves. Okay. So now I want them to continue to do that. I want them to continue to move in that energy. I want them to continue with that momentum, because I made it without you being there. I'm making it without you still not being here. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the same for any of you who are watching now. You will make it, regardless of if your people are there or not, regardless of if the ones you want to be there are there or not, regardless of if the ones you have been there for them and they weren't there for you or not, regardless of if you got a cheer squad, hey, go, 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 or if you don't. Even if you got the people who just come around so they can say, ooh, boo, nah, that ain't gonna work. Don't do that, shorty. Don't try to pull yourself up out this hole. You need to stay down in that hole. Or if you're gonna get out of this hole, help me. You know, then by you helping me, that's gonna help you get out the hole. And I was helping people before the hole got deep, and still I went into the hole and was left there. So how did me helping you help me? It did, because it helped me to see the true you, helped me to see the truth in a lot of people, helped me to see the truth in myself. I ain't perfect. I have not been the perfect friend. I ain't been the perfect sister, the perfect daughter. I ain't been the perfect person. No, I haven't. I have not been. So it's been an eye-opener for me. It's been a definite eye-opener for me. And I'm now ready to get back to the camera. I'm now ready to do what has been in my heart to do for a long time. And I've just allowed different things to come through and take me off course, take me off focus, take me off track. And I don't want to do that anymore. There's no need, because all of my distractions have been removed. If I get distracted now, it's because I've introduced a new distraction. I have made the decision that I want to focus on something other than what I desire to focus on, what I feel my purpose is. So, hey, I thank God for pruning my life. I do. I thank God for pruning my life. I honestly do. You know, and for fine tuning my circle, and for getting some people up out of some seats so that quality people can sit in those seats. And that's not a knock against the people who have been occupying them seats in my life. It's just to say that your life is going in one way, my life is going in another, and it's okay. I commend you for where your life is going. I pray in the name of Jesus you get and achieve everything you're striving for. It's just in a different direction from me. And it should be okay. It should be okay. And I'm okay with it. And evidently you're okay with it, especially if you're someone who hasn't talked to me in a very long time. You're okay with it. So we could just continue to move forward, right? That's what I'm trying to do. Continue to move forward. Have the memories to remember the lessons and things, but not to go backwards, not to go back into the things that I was into, not to get back under the submission of some spirits that were just... I digress. I'm going to say this. You can have setbacks, but you can always come back, okay? With determination and God, for me. Determination and God. More God than the determination, because I was determined to sit in the middle of the floor and throw a whole tantrum, you know. So it was more God than my determination. Just being real. Just being real. But every setback, I remember a quote that the first time I heard it, there was she was a friend of mine's at the time, and her name was Leisha. Shout out to Leisha. She sees this. Hey girl, hope everything's going well and you're blessed. She read a quote to me that said that a setback is a setup for a great comeback. I remember that, and I think she said that to me back in maybe 2005, It might have been 2005, 2006 when she said that to me. And it was a quote she read, and she called me because she wanted to say it to me. And I thank God for you saying it to me, because here we are, 2023. I still remember that quote. So, and it is true. A setback can be a setup for a great comeback, but only if you plan to come back. Do you plan to come back? Or if you want to stay down there in the trenches, that's something different. I ain't got a word for that just yet. It's something different. You know, I pray that that's not where you want to remain. I pray that you want to bounce back and get back also at the same time. But my battery is getting ready to die on this phone here. And plus I'm out and about handling some affairs with one of my little brothers. So we're gonna pick this back up in another video, and y'all be blessed. I hope you stay tuned. I will not be falling off again. I am determined that even if I get up on here to I don't know, sing a jingle, do a dance, I don't know, okay, just to smile pretty and wave, I'm going to be on here, and I'm going to be saying something. I'm going to be posting something, and I hope that you ride with me like my folks that rode with me throughout this season, the past season of my life. Now I'm in a new season of my life, and I would love for you to join and like, subscribe, you know, look out for me, you know what I'm saying? Where she at? If you don't see me, send me a message, get in the comments and be like, hey, you said, pull my card, okay? Pull my card. Every now and again, it need to be pulled. I'm okay with that, okay? I am aware of quite a few of my shortcomings, okay? And I do not mind a little micromanaging. A little micromanaging. I'm sorry. Anyway, we will reconvene later. Y'all have a blessed one, and I look forward to many more talks and a whole lot of many more videos and even interactions with you. Take care.